Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Window Shopping. My name is Stephen Meade with Domicile real estate for people who love houses. We're located here in Southern California, and we love architectural properties and do quite a bit of work with historic and mid-century modern properties. Anyhow, Window Shopping is where we take a look at a new listing on the market and we kind of tell you what we think about it. And to be quite honest, this is something we do all the time. We're just not usually filming it. We're usually in the house with our clients. But there's a home that came up, and just sometimes you see these homes that they are such iconic Southern California homes. And sometimes they're famous, sometimes they aren't. In this case, it's not a famous house yet, but I'd imagine it will be after this listing and the renovation that was done. Really, it's something special. This one is priced, I don't want to call it inexpensively. $1.5 million is not inexpensive, but it is, an attainable number, we'll say, especially for dual income households, maybe those coming in with some equity. So let's get started here because I absolutely love this house. So this is 447 East Greystone Avenue in Monrovia. It's not our listing. It is listed by Joseph Chiovare of Coldwell Banker Realty, but we would love to represent your interests as a buyer if you'd like to go see it. So this home was designed by John Pugsley, who is an architect who did most of his work in the Pasadena area, though he did a little bit sort of in Northeast Los Angeles as well. His designs are pretty daring. There are almost always some, sort of wow features inside of it. I don't think he was someone who really played it safe on any of his home designs. Even the smaller ones, there's some dramatic element, and on this house, you actually see it from the beginning. So this is 4 beds, 2 baths, 2,200 square feet, built in 1962. It is on a lot that's a little bit smaller, and I'll talk about that in a second. This is what you see when you walk up, right? And obviously, really great landscaping. He uses a technique that I'm particularly fond of, which is if you have a home that is, closer to the street, one of the ways you can sort of expand that feeling of space and give the illusion of a larger lot is to recess the front door. And that's what they've done here, giving you this long lead up. The other thing I want to point your attention to is this really cool brickwork here on the left, where you see a pattern actually of the bricks turned on their sides and sticking out. That is a theme that shows up in other spots of this house as well. So here we've got kind of a night picture here, wonderful landscape lighting. This is what you see from the street leading up to the house. It takes years to grow landscaping like this. And this is sort of the front facade of the house as you see it from the street. It's located on a little bit of a hill, and you just see how low and wide this home is and how it's spread out. Really just a cool design, a complete design. I love that the landscaping work, you don't have anything to do here. The current owner has really maximized the outdoor space. Again, beautiful close-up of the walkway leading to the front door. You've got this big overhang from the windows. And then as you head inside. So you head inside, there's this beautiful dining room space that you see here, and then a living room kind of over yonder, and built-in bookshelves. We'll talk about those in a second. I love that it's a step down here, and you've even got seats built into some of this brickwork. You have a different ceiling treatment in this living room. This is a home that you never get bored looking at. Everywhere you look, there's something special and bespoke. And really, that's the hallmark of a custom home. And just something, even in the nicest of tract homes, even in Eichlers, this isn't really something that you get. And then over here, we've got kind of this kitchen space. It's a very open layout, even by 1962 standards. This is probably the one area of this house that maybe I'm a little bit critical of. The blue cabinets, it's a bold choice. It's a cool choice. I don't know how I'd feel about it in 10 years' time, how I'd feel about these bright blue cabinets. The uppers are white. Those are easy. And again, I'm really being nitpicky on this house because it is so good. This is, again, this main living area looking back across. These are those front doors that you saw. So this house is actually split into 2 wings. So when you walk in those front doors, straight ahead and to the left are the public areas of the home, and then the private areas are to the right. So this is, again, looking into these public areas, dining room, and this is that living room that you saw. It's 5 steps down. Really cool built-in bookshelves with this ladder here. Again, lots of visual interest. Looking back, this is probably one of the coolest spaces in the whole house. And again, we have that theme of that brick wall with the cool patterning and these kind of built-in ledge here. This is just a really cool nook, a great place to watch some TV, read a book. And that's another recurring theme in this house. A lot of interesting little spots, like little moments, like this seat that's built into the bricks. There's a couple outdoor areas like that. This little light well that appears around this corner, which is super cool. Just a lot of little bespoke details throughout this whole house. Here's another little area, kind of by the front door, a cool little window seat area to read a book, to do something cool, or have a small table. You've got built-in office area, and you're looking back at kind of some of the outdoor space. This is the primary bedroom. Again, you've got a slider that leads into this private little space outside. And one of the things that I always tell clients is always think about where your lines of sight are out windows. What is on the other side of that window or that sliding glass door? That's really an important part of home design. And people, especially in modern homes where you have a lot of glass, they just don't understand how important that is. Spend the money for the planners. Spend the money thinking about what you look out and what you see out of every window. So this home also has a lot of unique angles to it because, and I'll show you an overhead view, in order to maximize the square footage for the lot, the architect had to use some creative and innovative shapes to do that. This is the primary bathroom. There's another little secondary bedroom here, again, with full height sliders that go out to that backyard to another outdoor space. Secondary bathroom. And again, we've got some night shots. This is probably the main outdoor living area here. It's not big, but it's complete. Lighting, hedges, everywhere you look is organized and designed with this home. You've got kind of another cool space under there. Again, this isn't some big generic backyard. It's a collection of spaces that actually have some meaning. So again, looking on, hedge wall, taller hedges here. You've got these fun little moments. This is an area that is off to the side where you've got, actually, I believe this is the front of the house. This is a wall that you see from the street where you've got some more smaller outdoor space. But again, it's all finished out. This is looking towards that garage space here, which they have set up as a home gym. This is looking out those windows off to the side yard in that living room space. Super cool. And then I'm going to get to an overhead. So this is an overhead of the house, and this really kind of will tell you what you're looking at. So that space we just saw, this is a little side yard. Again, the view is controlled out those windows. This is that front entry space. This is the small little space that's along some of the bedrooms. And then this is the main backyard space that you see from that. So really it is tight quarters, and you see how some of these angles were created, right? Some of these angles that actually help, and it's why the rooms have kind of some interesting shapes to them. But once again, this is really one of those one-of-a-kind homes that, you know, you're only going to run into this once in your life. You know, you get really one chance to buy a home like this. So it's listed just under $1.5 million. It's new on the market this week. I don't think this home is going to last. I think it's probably going to go over realistically. It's just too special, and there's just too much yearning in this market for things that are truly unique. This home is one of those things. In a world where Eichlers and Orange, smaller than this, are going for nearly $2 million, I think there's room for this home to have a little bit more valuation in it, especially because it is absolutely done. I like everything about it except, again, the kitchen cabinets, and I'm being really nitpicky with that. So don't take that too much as a negative. If you like this house, if you'd like to see this house, or if there's another architectural home that you're interested in, we would love to help you realize your architectural home dreams. We sell a lot of architectural homes. We keep a list. Also, I'm going to pitch something else. We're going to put a link, and we haven't done this, I think, in a long time. We have a weekly architectural email that goes out. And a lot of people have signed up for that. But we also have a daily architecture email. This is everything really in LA and Orange counties that comes up that we think is interesting and cool, and it comes to your inbox. We're going to put that link to sign up for that down below. So if you want to start receiving that email, you can go ahead and do that. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Questions, comments, we love them. And once again, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you again real soon.